I want to do a little Zoom tutorial. One of the great features of Zoom is to take a large group like this and you can do breakouts. If you plan it in advance, you can do breakouts in smaller. So one of the things that I'm going to give Jay a time to teach us some of the top tips on new features on Zoom that we don't all know about, and we're going to learn it. Then we're actually going to practice breakout groups today in this meeting for about 5 minutes. So Jay, take over.
Well, thank you for letting me share about breakout rooms. Breakout rooms on Zoom is a really great feature. And the concept is really that you can get a lot of people on one call. You can get 20, 50, 100, and even our size, 400 plus. And you can select a button. You can break people either automatically or manually into groups of 3 to 8. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen, which to me is probably the most intimate thing I could ever do. And so the first thing you have to know is that you actually have to enable it on Zoom's website before you start the call.
Okay.
The other thing is it's limited to a desktop app.
Okay.
They don't have this feature on iPad and the phone at the moment. And so this is what you do. You log in to your Zoom account, you click My Account, and then you go down to Account Management.
Yeah.
You go down to Account Settings. Essentially, you'll see the breakout, and you enable it and disable it. So, and so this is really important. You do it before the meeting is scheduled. You turn it on, and that allows you to do it. I'm going to give you some screen grabs here. This is actually from the tutorial on Zoom's website.
Okay.
What you have here is when you are the host of the meeting, this is not a feature available to other members of the group. So don't worry, if you got 50 people, not anybody can just start a breakout at any moment. That would get dangerous real quick. Down below, you'll have this breakout room button that will appear after you enable it as the host. And and so you click this and you'll see that when it pops up, it allows you to automatically break it into whatever size groups you want. I believe the limit is that you can have up to 50 breakout rooms.
Okay.
So that's pretty big.
Yeah.
But then you create the breakout rooms. And then what happens is when you say create the breakout rooms, they'll pop up this window and it allows you to move people into different rooms if you choose. You can exchange people. So let's say if you have a group of 20 and you want to, you can actually, if you really got technical, you can do prior to the meeting. I would recommend just dragging and drop. And then what you do is you click open all rooms. And then what will happen is over a course of 30 seconds to a minute, people will start, it will kind of look like Call of Duty. People will start to die and windows will kind of fall off. And essentially you'll be left with whatever size. And then as the host, what you can do, so let's say you come together, you meet for 5 to 10 minutes as a whole group. You say, hey guys, we're going to break off into our breakout rooms in groups of 3 to 5. And then you hit that open all rooms. And then you as the host can broadcast. You can broadcast a message to every room. So for example, you can broadcast discussion questions.
Okay.
If you wanted, hey, talk about this. Or by the way, you have 3 minutes left to pray. So wrap it up. And then as the host or the co-host, you can actually jump into any room you desire. You can jump around. And so it's this is like a concept that is pretty easy after you use it a couple times.
You can do random or you can actually do intentional groups. How would you do random? If I just came on and I said, okay, look, we're going to break into groups of 5 and we're going to pray for these 3 things for the next 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and then we're going to come back together. How do you just do it randomly without having to move any names around?
Yeah, so they give you a feature. It's literally just a button that says automatically assign.
Automatic.
And so understand if you have introverts and extroverts, that might be a scary thing. So prep them. It will, I like to joke, it's a little bit like a blind date the first time you do it. So it's real quick and it's just like, hey, it's going to be uncomfortable for everybody. Don't worry. And so it would automatically do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to break out into our rooms.
The first thing I want to do is I want everybody to go around and announce who you are. Announce your name first so we'll know you're in your group, okay?
We're going to start breaking off right now. So over the course of the next 30 seconds to a minute, we will start to funnel off. into our group, and then look for the chat and hit join breakout room.
Yeah. Nice to meet you, Chris.
Good to meet you too.
I'll pray for us real quick. God, we thank you so much that we get to serve you during this time.
Hey, you guys stay safe and healthy. See you guys.
Bye.
See ya.
Yeah.
Peace.
Welcome back, everybody. As people come back, you can actually start the same group again. You can save that. So let's say you can have an event where you go back and forth, back and forth.
That was a whole lot of fun. I really enjoyed my group. Love you guys. Bye-bye.